This is Kurt with KTPR reporting from the trenches. The next two videos here over the couple days will be outtakes from episode 4 Ever Winter Coverage. There's always some footage that can't be fit into the movie or the specific interview content that we're working with. So some of these are actually quite fascinating and good conversations. I want to bring those to our listening community. First up, here are some outtakes from my new player conversation with Tucker from Canoptek. That's rough. Did he just run up to your face? Was he like super aggressive or?
No, it was he deployed his marksman on Volcus really well, and his marksman just sat there with an ammo cache and just kept going on guard every single turning point. He had his Aegis on the center objective with smokes, so there was just like I can't kill that goddamn Aegis with smoke on him. It's just not possible for me, and I think I've wasted too much time and effort trying to do it, and this game was my best game yet with the suits, and I just didn't even interact with the Aegis. I just said, you're going to have that center objective, take it the whole game, whatever. I'm going to ignore you and try to score points elsewhere. And yeah, he's just really good. He's very good. And he told me before the game that Deathwatch is probably his best team as well. So I'm not down on myself about it. That's the only game that wasn't close. Every other game I've played with the suits has been within 5 or 6 points, and I've kept my opponent to actually Jesse just scored 17 points. Most of my games against Jesse have been 5 to 8 or 9 to 12 or whatever. So I'm limiting my opponent's points. I'm doing a good job at that. In this game, I managed to score 13 points, so I'm obviously getting better at scoring them myself.
Right. Like, I've found that I unless I'm playing a less experienced player or unless somebody makes a blunder, I'm not maxing my tac op. And it's something that's kind of an annoyance for me because I really do try to maximize and get most play out of things and try to be that min max type situation, but it's just the new tac ops score slightly differently. They're harder to score. There's just something about them that aren't as easy. And that's why I started playing Canoptek fresh because I couldn't actually fit my mind around making the old teams match the new tac ops, right? Like I was all about my Raveners and I was all about the Nemclaw, and now that we've had them out a while, I can now understand how both those teams would fit under the new tac ops, and I know exactly what I'd take for both depending on which team. But it took me a good 2 months of doing game theory with friends and just working it through and actually playing games to be like, oh, this works and this doesn't work. And the way I think of it now is you have to take your team, take your 6 tac ops you have access to, and really cut it down to maybe 3 tops. Two would be best. One from each color that you play into elites and you play into hordes.
Yeah, I think I also need to be better about. This is a part of the game that I'm too casual about, but selecting my primary op. I always do it before the game's even started. I don't wait until the strategy whatever to do it, which I probably should because I'm missing information potentially. I need to care more about that and be less casual about picking my primary op. And on top of that, I think I need to be better about just analyzing maps and knowing which maps will work best with which ops. Because that's another thing that I almost never spend any time thinking about because it feels just too complicated for me.
So what we're talking about is leveling up in strategy, right? So when you first begin, you're like, oh my God, what team do I play? And then you have to learn that team's rules. And now that we've been playing for 6, 8, 10 months, a year, 2 years, whatever it is, as an intermediate player or late beginner, early intermediate player, you're no longer thinking about, oh, how does my team work? You're now thinking of how does my team function within the larger aspects of the game, not just the core rule set or each map, but how does my team function against other teams? Then you really start getting into that advanced level of chess crossed with rock, paper, scissors, where there are some matchups that are really favorable and some matchups that really are.
Let's call that 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks on that because have been playing with them on TTS for at least 2 weeks. Because the TTS models came out well in advance of the actual box set.
Oh, and do you have the plastic? Is it in your hands?
I do. I'm holding my Chasfrey right now, actually.
Nice.
Yes, sir. They're getting the Farsight Enclave treatment. So it's going to be a mix of... Oh, I can tell you right now. It's going to be a mixture of Mephiston Red, Abaddon Black, Hashut Copper. We're going to use maybe a little bit of Wordbearer's Red if I get, like, if I'm really feeling myself and I want to try to add some different red tones to the red armor so it's not super flat. I would use Wordbearer's Red for that. And then I've got to pick up a pot of Gray Sear because I'd like to use the Gray Sear for just some small details.
Oh, some nice little highlights and stuff. Yeah, that'll look great. That'll look real nice.
And I've seen a couple people using Gray Sear with the Farsight Enclave. Usually the battle suits have a white looking head, but I've been seeing people use Gray Sear for that with success. It looks white compared to the red.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to have the issues that painting with actual white paint gives you.
Yeah. It's a good one, man. And I'm really excited to meet you in person and the other folk, right? I've only been in the scene for about 6 months anyways on New England Kill Team. So basically after Ironweld, I really started like talking and getting into that, 6 months ago. And now Jesse calls me the voice. I don't know if I'm the voice of New England Kill Team, but I'm trying.
There you go. I'd agree with that. I think that's a good nickname.
Eli, out of New Salem, was one of our judges for the Everwinter event. Really solid guy. Here's an outtake from that conversation. A little trick to use Canoptek, teleport through the floor.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, because I like New England is over the last year gotten very, very good at Kill Team, because we have so many Kill Team nights, we have so many events, everybody's talking, playing with each other and growing to the point where like my hope is that when people play New England, they go, wow, they're good and they're also nice. Because you see every region say like we're the best, and then in some interactions I've seen them playing New England players, it's like, no, New England's pretty good too.
I think that only applies to the
hard work
Spaniards right now. I think they're the only ones who can say we're the best, like period.
Oh yeah. No, they're just on a different level. It's insane. Anytime they show up to anything, they take like first, second, and third, and you're like, okay, well,
Makes
you guys
sense.
get to talk shit. We get it.
I will say I got to play in Canada. I went up to Card Brawlers where Will Abston plays out of, and that was actually really cool. I was up there over Thanksgiving, and it was very cool just to see other people play, see their style, and I played one Frenchman who was an immigrant to Canada, which is kind of cool to think about. He was just way too cagey with orcs, and I killed them all. It was great.
Yeah, with Rekka crew or Kommandos?
He was playing Rekkas, and I was doing my evil purple overlords.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Like even Kommandos, where they're sort of designed to be played cagey, you still have to be pretty aggressive with them, because otherwise you lose space on the board, and then having your 10 to 11
points.
operatives doesn't matter. Yeah,
you need to score
pretty
points.
much.
I really like doing Daka Man, Breacher Boy, and Slasher as a 3-man commando squad and sending them out just to murder shit. Like, that little squad can take the opponent's objective, just the 3 of them. The Daka gets some extra movement and gets the shots, and the Breacher just puts holes in shit, and the Slasher comes in. I'll send the Commsman with him, so you have 4 guys. The Commsman can stun, and he's handing out 1+ APL to your Slasher, so you can silent shoot charge fight, and you just kill shit.
Yeah, the change to collapsible stocks stacking with the shotgun pistol, I think it's now just like unlimited range, which is just so funny. Just
Zap!
Roll up 6 dice, zap somebody across the board, and get a shocking amount of chip damage. It's a beautiful little gun. I love it. Yeah.
The teleport through the floor to your opponents with a spider drone is kind of amazing. I've done that on a Volkish stronghold where you teleport from the top deck after taking a shot to the matrix below and then doorway hatch fight the stronghold door. Yeah, no, I erased
Oh, that's
basically 2
genius.
Marines
Yeah.
in one activation, and the dude was like, "Wait, how did you do that?" Because I teleported through the floor. What?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, the funny thing is in this case he was making use of the even that floor is accessible, so you can move through it as if it wasn't there just for the cost of an extra inch. He didn't have the movement to run off to the side and drop off, but he sure had the movement just to kind of scoot over to the edge and drop straight down. So we had to finagle to find because it's pretty tight down there for him not to land in the water.
Yep.
But we found the spot, and I'm pretty sure somebody got sent to the Shadow Realm with the Dimensional Banishment gun, which it always hurts to have it happen, but I think that thing's one of the funniest guns in the game right now.
It's
Do
amazing.
not pass go. Do not use a medic. Pick up the model. it's so over the top.
Hey man, I rolled above your health. Yeah, sorry. And like
Yeah,
it's
pick 'em up.
super unfair on an 8 wound model of any kind, whether it be elf,
Mhm.
human, dwarf, etc., that if you force one hit through, you've just gone from 8 to 3. And that means I have to roll snake eyes or a 1 and a 2 not to kill you.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact breakpoint, but I remember. I actually don't think this breakpoints works on Marines. Maybe on
If you
some
can
of the
force
new
a crit
13
and hit through, now
Marines.
you're rolling on 4 against Marines, which is pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
And if I remember correctly, rolling a 9 on 2d6 is about a 50-50. Or a 1 in 4, excuse me.
Yep.
So you a 13 wound model, you hit it with 1 crit, that brings it down to 8. You have to roll above it, so a 9. Man, a 1 in 4 chance is I don't like those
25%.
odds.
It's 25%.
So
It's great.
yeah, it doesn't feel great.
It's great for me.
Yeah, it's great for the tomb crawler. They're loving it.
And if I'm sitting on the matrix, my odds of forcing a hit through go from, I think it's like 20% or 25% all the way up to like 68 or 70%. Like it's a 50% jump
Oh,
just by
goodness.
holding those 2 dice, which is gross.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by, watching these outtakes. More coverage for Everwinter to come. That video should be out by the end of the week. I hope everybody is having a very good new year and the return to work is not too much of a grind. From KTPR, this is Kurt.